Hello, everybody. So, today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of this new Yu Gi Oh! The Chronicles deck, the Fallen and the Virtuous, all foil edition. We're going to be opening these, and I'm going to be giving my first impression on this. This is the branded structure deck. I never played branded before, but I do look at the Meta Weekly tournaments, and I do like seeing the deck do good in the Meta Weekly tournaments because it's kind of an underdog deck, but it performs really good. Also, it was a point where it wasn't an underdog deck and it was winning often, but it's still is very fun to watch the deck. It's one of those decks where you could easily stop it by just ashing brand diffusion. So you have to be able to play the deck really good. This is a deck that rewards learning the deck and playing it really good, which is an aspect about Yu-Gi-Oh that I like. I did get all three of these for $16, not 20, so I saved $4 on them. But I did notice that the other two seems perfect, whatever, but this one actually, if you look at it, it's like this. I don't like that. It makes it seem like if somebody opened it to look what rare card was there and they kind of glued it back together or something like that. But I also see this on the back, like it's ripped. So I don't know, maybe just, in shipping or whatever, it was getting shooken up and it kind of messed up or whatever. But either way, I feel I know that some people do it, but I brought this from a seller that sells a lot of decks. I think that it takes a lot of effort to say you have 50 structure decks, right? And you're opening all 50 structure decks, looking in there, and then you're looking at the card and putting it back. Then you have to seal these back up perfectly because people are leaving feedback. So if you're selling 100 decks or 50 decks and you're tampering with the cards like that, all it takes is for five people, maybe less, I don't know, to be like, hey, I felt like this was opened, and then that person gets bad reviews and bad feedback, and the word gets around, and then now they can't even sell anymore because nobody wants to buy from them. So I'm let me just, what is it called? Think on the bright side and hope that this wasn't tampered with. Because another thing too is that even if this is tampered with, right? The chances, I got my three blue eye structure decks from Best Buy, so they definitely wasn't tampered with, but I didn't get any special rare card. So the chances of getting a rare card anyway is so low that it's even if they did, possibly they opened it, wasn't nothing there, they closed it, whatever. But it's I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. But hopefully, like I said, maybe there is a rare card in here and it wasn't tampered with. Also, I want y'all to know that I did create a Yu-Gi-Oh inspired TCG called Battle Aura. It's very good. We have new features like face down attack mode and more. It's based off of classic early Yu-Gi-Oh. So if you're a fan of current Yu-Gi-Oh or classic Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll really like these cards. Like this one is Skyguard Horus. This card is unaffected by your opponent Mystic card. So similar to the Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 6. So yeah, I am going to be making more videos for the TCG so I can get to know more about it. Also, like I said before, is that I'm down to make more Yu-Gi-Oh videos about certain things. I just have to let me know what topics y'all want me to cover, or just let me know if you want me to talk about some videos. But I guess I'll make a random video about a certain thing and start it off for y'all so y'all can kind of get an idea of what those videos would be like. Now, let's start with this one, the one that looks like it was possibly opened. So yeah, it's even though I saw this deck be used a lot of times in the Meta Weekly, I don't have any of the cards on Master Duel myself, so I don't really know what all the effects do. Sometimes I see it, I know Macoria is the negate, and I know it has some other effects. So I guess I can kind of put it together. But this is cool. Whoa, this is a whole fly. Oh, stop. Oh, this is cool. So because of the size of the, oh, I was talking about this. Okay, so this is a playmat. Wow, this is a playmat. This is cool. So Blue Eyes didn't have a playmat. And I remember I was talking to somebody because at locals they were like, yo, you don't got a playmat? I'm like, nah, I don't have a playmat. Like I'm still trying to get cards to complete my deck. And I think that's more important than trying to get a playmat. So I don't have a playmat right now. And I was saying that, I'm used to using the paper playmat like this, like they had like with old Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, no, they don't have those no more. They told me they do. And I was like, oh, well, Blue Eyes didn't have it, so I didn't think that they had it anymore. And it's cool that they have it. So I will definitely, just because I'm not trying to like, playmats is nice, right? Like you have like a $25 playmat, a $30 playmat, however much your playmat costs, $15, whatever. Like that's nice, but that's like extra. That's going over and beyond. I don't think I need that at all at this point. Once I get like, and this is the thing, like I'm just trying to complete one deck. I don't even have one complete deck the way that I want it, that I want to get it. So Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of very expensive in that way. Like how much money it'll cost to complete a deck optimally. So I just want to play. And the thing for the playmat to me is that this is just to help like new players know where their cards go. Once you know where all the card goes, I don't think you need a playmat. The only thing that I feel like a playmat is helpful for is in situations like when you have an imperm or whatever, it just makes it clearer which zone is there so it's no confusion. But I never had any issues of anybody saying like, yo, you're cheating with the imperm thing, because I'm not a cheater. Like I try to make it clear where my cards is at so it's no confusion. But besides that, I don't feel like I need the mat. So I'm glad that this comes with a free mat so I can just be using the free mat. But I do think sometimes, since I'm looked at as a new player because I don't have the mat, even though like I played a long time ago, they might not consider that or whatever. But it's like, oh, maybe he doesn't know where the fusion monsters go, or maybe he doesn't know where the, and it's like, no, no, no. Like I know that stuff really good, so I don't really need the mat. I know where everything goes from Master Duel pretty much. All right, and I'm just trying to get the deck out of here. They kind of did something. I remember the Blue Eyes deck was like this, where it's this thing in there making it hard for the deck to just come out. I don't want to just rip the whole box. I actually like the way that, I actually like the quality of the box. Like it's not the most expensive box or whatever, because like I came across a more durable box, but it's pretty good. Like it's nice, it's smooth. Dang, this deck does not want to come out. I might just have to rip this box. Hold on. This is, you know what? Let me just rip the thing that's, yeah, I'm going to rip this because that was annoying. Okay, cool. We finally got the deck out. And another cool thing about this deck that made me like it is that every card is hollow. So that's cool about this, is that every card is hollow. And hold on, so hopefully, I don't know if this would be the special card, Triple Tactics Dust, like I got two, but if that's the case, that the extra card is in here, that makes it even less likely that it was tampered with, because then you would have to reseal the plastic and all of that and stuff. But I remember in the Blue Eyes deck, the extra card was put, like you see it once you opened up the deck. So this is looking good so far. But if I don't have an extra card at all, I'm definitely getting some type of refund, because nah, I was told this was factory sealed. And I didn't see anything about like the rare card was removed and I was just getting the deck. It was a pre-order, that's why I got it for 16 instead of 20. Okay, and this is super hard to open, so I'm gonna have to like use a scissor or something. Yeah, see, like I don't like how this is, because it's like I have to use something to open it, but I don't want to damage the cards. So hold on. All right, finally was able to like cut it open kind of. Now let's see. This is terrible, terrible. I don't remember the Blue Eyes deck being this hard to open. Okay. Now let's check this out. All foil decks is cool. What I liked about Stampede was that every card was holographic in there. Okay, Triple Tactics Thrust. And this is a new artwork for Triple Tactics. Oh no. Yeah, this is a new artwork. I'm used to the one in Master Duel. But what I don't like though is I don't think I did that myself, but I do see dents on this Tactics Thrust. I guess some no, and I see another one over there. I definitely didn't do that. But it's a small possibility I did though. But whatever. Um, let's see. If your opponent activates a monster effect during this turn, you can set one normal spell or trap from your deck, except triple track. It says if your opponent controls a monster, you can add it to your hand. Okay. So I'm not the biggest fan of this card because this is like a chance for you to get drooled or you to get ashed and you to get stopped. But I know that like when you're trying to like play through your opponent's board or just like continue your combos or whatever, this card could be helpful. And also this card was like $16. So it's like, wait, and it's $16 or whatever. But since I actually have it, I might experiment with it and use it. Like it is good. It's just that like in Master Duel, I don't use it. I feel like it's other better cards. And I'm not using the best decks. I'm using like lower tier decks. So I'm just playing a Blue Eyes Invoke deck I made. And a lot of times like with hand traps sometimes, the more optimal decks that could run more hand traps, they can kind of like afford to use droplets and afford to use a high hand trap deck. But when you have lower decks on the tier list, it's kind of more costly for you to do that. So I just feel that like, in a Blue Eyes deck, most times, that's why most lists and Blue Eyes aren't running Thrust, is that you want to like, it's better to just have Wishes or it's better to just have the Blue Eyes Trap or something than take your chances trying to use Thrust. Talents, on the other hand, is a bit better because it's immediate and like it could be good to activate Thrust, grab Talents, and go off for there. But this card is just situational. But it's cool that I got one. I might experiment with it in my side deck possibly, but my side deck already be full, so maybe not. But let's see. Fallen of the Abyss. If this card is normal summoned, except during the damage step, you can discard one card. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters on either field, including this card, but you cannot use other monsters you control as material. You can only use this effect of. Okay. So this is the thing. Since I be watching the Meta Weekly from YouTube, I don't always get to click on these cards to know what their effect is. Let's see. If your opponent, but the holographicness is cool. Like I get it. It's not the. Okay, so I see marks all over the front of this card, whatever, which is weird because it should be factory sealed, not anything wrong with it. But this looks really nice. This is the secret rare. This one is like okay, the card is fully hollow. Uh, if you look at the cards from, well, not this one. Hold on, I just want to show you. If you look at like Anubis, right, is fully hollow, so it's kind of like the same holographic effect that I have on my cards. But I feel like a hollow card is always better than a common. It's like commons. Let's see. If this card is normal summoned or special summoned, except during a damage step, you can discard one card. Okay, I read that. It's Ecclesia. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon the Incredible Ecclesia, the Virtuous, once per turn. This way, you can only use each of the following effects during the main phase, once per turn. Quick effect. You can tribute this card, special summon one Sword Soul monster or Fallen Abyss from your deck or hand during the end phase. If a fusion monster was sent to the graveyard during this turn, you can add this card from the graveyard to your hand. So I see very powerful grind card. Aliberta Jester, Thespia. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one branded spell / trap from your deck to your hand. If a face-up fusion monster you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, special summon this card, and if you do, negate that targeted monster's effect until the end turn. You can only use. I didn't know they had a graveyard effect like that. Okay, Blazing Cartesia the Virtuous. If you have a Fallen of Bells on your field or in the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the main phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon one level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control from your hand or field during the end phase. If a fusion monsters was sent to your graveyard this turn, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect. Okay, this is cool. This is a lot of effects. Albion. This card names become full in the Elgar was on the field on a graveyard. If this card is in your hand, you can send one Fallen of the Baz or branded spell slash trap from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Apply the effects. Hand, special summon this card. Deck, place this card on the bottom of the deck. Then, if you place this card from your hand, draw one card. Okay. Guiding Crumb the Virtuous. This card is always treated as Dogmatica and Despia card. If this card is normal summoned, you can send one Fallen Abaz or one card that mentions it from your deck to the graveyard. If a card leaves the extra zone, the extra deck, except during the damage step, you can target one Fallen Abaz or one monster that mentions it in your graveyard except Guiding Queen of Virtuous. Special summon it. You can only, what? Wait. If cards leave the extra deck, except then damage, you can target one Fallen Abaz or one monster that mentions it. Okay, from your graveyard and special summon it. Okay, I thought it was from the extra deck. You can only use the effect of Guardian from the Virtuous. So this is reminding me of that. Like sometimes the problem people have versus this deck is they don't know what to ash, they don't know what to imperv. It's like it's so many effects and stuff like that. So let's see. I never seen this card, but let's see. If you have a fusion monster that, it seems like these first cards are the good cards, the ones that I see in Master Duel Orphan. These other ones, like this one right here, I don't know about. If you have a fusion monster that mentions Fallen of a Baz as material on your field, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal special summon, you can add from your hand when branded as banished or in your deck to the graveyard. Wait, what? If you can add to your hand one of your branded, okay, that's banished, okay. Then place from your hand to the bottom of the deck one card. You can only use, okay, yeah, like I can see why this doesn't get used like that, if I'm right. So I know about Makoria. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control the fusion monster that mentions Fallen with a Badge as material quick effect, you can send this card from your hand and face up on the field to the graveyard, negate that effect, and if this card is banished, you can add from your deck to your hand one Fallen Abez or monster that mentions it, except Tribe Brigade Makoria. You can only use, okay, cool, Despia Tragedy. If this card is sent to the graveyard or banished by card effect, you can add one Despia monster from your deck to your hand, except Despia Tragedy. You can banish this card from the graveyard, then target one brand spell that's trapped in your graveyard, set it to your field. You can only use, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for Lebellion, right, for my Blue Eyes Invoke deck, because I wanted to expand on it. This card was $28, so I wasn't about to buy no one card for $28. I was thinking about possibly getting a box or something, or but then I was like, you know what, like I probably should buy it for 28. I just wanted this and Branded Regain. Branded Regain was like a 25-cent card, but I don't know. I was gonna buy like $54 worth of cards for somebody because I wanted this and I wanted like 2 friend rares. And I just told the person, I was like, yo, like, can I let me get some type of a discount? I'm getting all 3 cards. And the person was like, no, they already have the lowest prices. I checked, they didn't have the lowest prices. I'm like, you know what? Like, even if they would have just gave me a $50 discount, I probably would have got it. But interestingly enough, right, they didn't give me the discount, I didn't get it. And next thing I know, like a couple of days later, I see that this card is included in the structure deck. So that's great because it's like, I get to get 3 of these, right? And each was $14. But just to get this one card would have been $28. So I feel like I got the card that I wanted, plus a whole new deck I could play. Plus I get cards like Nibiru holographic that I didn't have, Magnamut. Like I know what these Bistills do, so I'm not gonna read them. And these are always good cards, even though I have a lot of them from like the Megaton, and me already having them from my deck. So maybe I could trade these or something. I don't know. But oh yeah, I got thrust. It's like I got a lot by just waiting it out because I felt that the deal wasn't a good deal. I think the person was really trying to cash out on Lebellion because that was the most expensive card, not knowing that it, I didn't know either, but not knowing that this was going to get reprinted. I think now that this is out, Lebellion is like $12 now, if not lower. Like when I saw it was $12, the deck, people were getting copies, but the deck wasn't officially out until like the next day. So like that's the thing when you hold on to cards. Once they get reprinted, the value like could get cut in half and then some. Okay, Dogmatica Ecclesius the Virtuous cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster special summon from the extra deck. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If a monster is special summon from the extra deck, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can activate this effect. Add one Dogmatica card from your deck to your hand. Except Dogmatica Ecclesia the Versus, you cannot special summon from the. Okay, how many more cards is there? Good, we're almost finished. All right. During the main phase of monsters special summon from the extra deck on the field. Quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then, if you control another Dogmatica monster, you can negate the effects of one face-up monster on the field until the end turn. When your Dogmatica monster declares an attack, you can make all Dogmatica monsters you control gain 500. You can only use Dogmatica. Okay, I don't see this card used a lot, even though it's a negate, but I get it though. It's like you're kind of waiting for a monster to be special summoned from the extra deck, which happens. You can special summon this card from your hand. Then if you control another Dogmatica monster, but you got to control a Dogmatica monster. I don't know. Maybe this is one of the newer cards. I don't know. Uh, Dogmatica Maximus. I know about this card. You can banish one fusion, synchro, XYZ click summon from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. During the main phase, you can activate this effect. Send two monsters with different names from your extra deck to the graveyard. Also, your opponent sends two monsters from their what? Extra deck to the graveyard. You cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. You could this could be good in blue eyes, right? Like after I make my extra deck plays to just summon this and make my opponent have to get rid of two extra deck cards. But I get it. It's like it could be kind of minor or whatever. But sometimes this effect does hurt. But this could be a good way to get the ultimate Dragon Fusion in the graveyard to get the protection effect from it. This is what I wanted to, a Hollow Nibiru. Yeah, even though like I don't use Nibiru like that. I think I just got like two copies in my deck right now or two copies in my side deck. But the Hollow Nibiru, this looks fire. Hey, Nibiru. Keep Dragon Magic. I know what this does. It's just been a while. If this card is normal or special summon, you can discard one card, add one polymerization or normal spell, fusion spell from your deck to your hand. You can reveal one fusion monster from your extra deck, special summon one of the fusion material monsters as mentioned from it from your graveyard, face down in defense position. You can only use each of their effect. So yeah, this card was cool in Duel Links is what I remember it for. Okay, so now it's all of these it's all of these other cards. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See, like, unfortunately, though, it's like I like that this has, where's this card? Black Ghost Slash, but this was in the Megaton. So it's like, I would like a little bit more, but you definitely can't complain with this. This is actually my first Hollow Super Poly. My other one was a common I got eventually. I couldn't get my hands on a Hollow Super Polymerization before that, and it's cool to have Gold Sarcophagus. Okay. The Fallen and the Virtuous. Branded Fusion, branded in white, branded in red, branded in opening, branded in high spirit, branded in lost, branded regain, Nadir Servant, branded bond, fusion deployment. Oh, okay, so thrust was my card, was my special card. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So like if this is how they do it, that's cool. I don't feel like they manipulated it since we see how hard that is. Okay. So I do like this deck. I do know about like Branded Fusion and branded in white, branded in red. The Fallen and the Virtuous, do they play this? I don't think they play this in Master though. Let me see. This card is always treated as a branded and dogmatic card. To activate the effect, send one monster that mentions Fallen or Bash from your extra to the graveyard and target one face that monster on the field, destroy it. If you have an Ecclesia monster on your field or graveyard, target one monster on the graveyard, push summon to you. Okay, yeah, I don't think this card gets used like that. Branded in High Spirits, I know. Branded Loss, I know. Branded Regain. This is what I was looking for to add to my Blue Eyes deck. Because I pretty much use most of the Bis still. So now having Rebellion, I could have some more like Hand Trap Resilient. Nadir Servant, send one monster from your extra deck. Like I know about this card, but this is a good card. From your extra deck to the graveyard, then add one Dogmatica monster or Fallen Abaz monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand that has less attack or equal to the monster sent to the graveyard. Also, for the rest of this turn, at this card resolve, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. You can only. Okay, cool. Branded Bond. Yeah, I'd never see this get used. Let's see. Special summon one Fallen Abaz monster from your hand, graveyard, or banishment during the end of turn. If this card is in a graveyard because it was sent there to activate the effect of Fallen Abaz this turn, you can send this card. You can set this card. So yeah, it's like I can see why this doesn't get used. Fusion deployment, new artwork, cool. This gets used sometimes. Reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck and special summon from your hand or deck one of the fusion materials whose name is mentioned on that monster. Also, you can special summon from the extra deck except fusion monsters. The turn you activate this card. You can only okay. Foolish Burial, Gold Sarcophagus, Super Poly. This is their counter trap. Branded Banishment, Branded Sword, Branded Beast, the Black Gold Laughs. I just like, since I don't know too many cards yet because I'm just returning to the TCG, it's like I would love to use this card, but it's like, it's probably names of cards that I should know that I don't know yet or whatever. So it's like, I can't really use this card like that. I might like miss the opportunity on a card because not knowing the deck too well. Because you have to declare one monster card name this turn. Neither player can special summon monsters with that original name, except from the graveyard. So like, if I'm playing against Blue Eyes and they add like Sage to their hand with pre-res map, I can like, nope, you're not activating Sage. But versus some decks, I feel like if you know what their starter is, maybe you can beat them to the punch by activating this sooner. But maybe you kind of wait on this card until they are about to go into a extra deck monster. Neither player can special summon monsters with the original. So it's like if you're playing, I guess like Malice, it's like no Splash Mage, then they can't go into Splash Mage or something like that. Let's see, Dogmatic of Punishment. I know about this. For Master Duel, Fusion Duplication. This definitely doesn't get used. Let's see, target one fusion, Polymerization normal, or quick play spell in either graveyard, banish that spell, then apply that spell's effect. That card is activated, you can activate one fusion deployment. Okay, so these are the fusion monsters. The dragon that devours the dogma. Mirror Jade, the main fusion monster. Albion, the branded dragon. Rebellion, the Searing Dragon. Albaz, let's see. I know about this card. This card has some type of graveyard negate. When Fusion, Synchro, or XYZ or Link monster effects activate a quick effect, you can negate the effect. Then you can return one monster on the field to the hand. During your opponent's turn, while this card is in the graveyard, quick effect, you can target one Fallen Abaz monster your graveyard special summon either that monster or this card and banish the other card. You're going to use each of the effect. Okay, so yeah, this is the wait, because I be thinking that like this effect negates from the graveyard. Hold on. When a link, or maybe I'm thinking about a different card. When a link monster effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate that activation. Then you can return one monster. Okay, when this card is in the graveyard, quick effect, you can target one. Okay, that's cool. You know, maybe I'm thinking about a different card that does like a spell or trap negate when in the graveyard. Or maybe it's just this. I don't know. Sometimes in Master Duel it's hard to keep up with everything. Okay, so this was cool. I feel like, 10 out of 10 deck as far as the cards that's in here. Um like, and then it's all hollow, you know what I mean? That just makes it feel really good compared to like the Blue Eyes deck, which was good, but everything wasn't all hollow. I'm gonna try to quickly open, and this one opens so easy. I would still have to pull out that part that makes the deck hard to come out of, because I just made it the most easy last time. Hold on while I do that. So yeah, the box got ripped some, but it's okay. I don't think I'm keeping all three of these boxes. Let's see. Fusion deployment secret rare. Cool, 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 cool. Let's see what the other one that I have was. I did see at locals someone got the Blue Eyes structure deck. They got three of them, and they were making a deck or whatever, and they had the secret rare. Is that what it's called? Or no, the quarter century secret rare Maiden. And that card was like a $60 card. And they were looking for cards to trade. So I'm like, yo, like you could get a lot of cards you want probably when you have a card that's like valued at $60 to trade. Okay, let's see what this last card is on the front. Try to get it out. Like I want that Maiden, but like, that's a lot of cards to be traded for it. Like, cards up to 60 value. So I just didn't do it. The Fallen and the Virtuous. So this is kind of what I mean. So, it wasn't tampered with, but it's so hard to pull a Starlight rare anyway that, I wasn't going to worry about it. But yeah, thanks y'all for checking out this video. I appreciate it. Remember, don't forget to check out Battle Aura TCG. I will be hosting a tournament soon, and I would like for y'all to play. If y'all enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh, y'all will enjoy this game. Peace.